Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The Missing Tapes. This is episode 3. I'm Tyler Owen. This episode's race is the 2009 New England 100 from the New Hampshire Motor Speedway in Loudon, New Hampshire. Yes, I know, it's another New Hampshire race for the Modifieds, but let me say, it's another banger. On a hot, bright, sunshiny Saturday in June, the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour took to the Magic Mile for another 100 laps of action. There are some video clips from the grandstands I can use to show you the action. However, the camera angles aren't the most ideal except for the finish. Coming into this race, Donnie Leah would return to driving the V4 Mystic Missile Dodge, owned by Bob Garbarino, and the team would be looking for their third win in 6 starts over the past 3 seasons at New Hampshire. However, a twist in this race was that NASCAR Cup Series stars Ryan Newman and Kasey Kahne would be racing as well. Newman made one prior start in last September's Modified Tour race, where he finished 20th after starting from the pole. He drove the number 7 New York car for Kevin Mannion in the Tommy Baldwin tribute paint scheme. Kasey Kahne would make his first ever start in a modified, driving the number 96 Troyer race car's house car for John Holland. Kahne's only open-wheel experience was from his come-up to NASCAR through USAC, World of Outlaws, and dirt sprint cars. Doug Coby won the pole driving the number 19 Major Motion Transport and Family Auto Center Chevrolet with a time of 30.003 and speed of 126.497 miles per hour. He was 0.008 seconds faster than Todd Szegedy, who was second fastest at 126.939 miles per hour. This was Coby's first pole since 2004 at Wall Stadium Speedway. So the green flag flew and Todd Szegedy took the lead from Doug Coby and would lead the next 12 laps. However, a caution on lap 2 would occur when TC Ted Christopher, who started third, would have an oil line come loose and would send him spinning in turns 3 and 4. He would continue, however. He would be trapped 1 lap down for the majority of the race, but more on him later. The restart would come on lap 8 and Todd Szegedy would resume in the lead. But as usual, it wouldn't take long for the lead changes to start stacking up. Ryan Newman would pass both cars of Coby and Szegedy on lap 13 and lead for the next 10 laps. However, him and Szegedy would constantly be exchanging the lead, and the next official recorded lead change would come on lap 23 when Szegedy got around Newman and would lead for the next 29 laps. By lap 30, Kahne was able to move up to 6th place after starting back in 17th. Now Newman and Szegedy would keep swapping the lead in each end of the racetrack. I wish I could use the video that was posted to YouTube. However, when I was looking it up for this video, I believe it was deleted as many older NASCAR regional videos before August of 2009 were deleted. Szegedy led at the halfway point and crossed the stripe side by side with Newman. However, Newman took the lead on lap 52 and was now being followed by Szegedy, Rowan Penink, Donnie Leah, Ron Silk, Kasey Kahne, and Eddie Flemke. Szegedy would retake the lead as the field leads into turn 3 on lap 54. Penink and Leah were engaged in a nose-to-tail battle. Now from the grandstands, I believe Newman and Szegedy were the class of the field, as they checked out from the rest of the pack. But that would all change on lap 64, when Newman attempted to pass Szegedy in turn 2. However, his car snapped sideways and Newman spun and hit the backstretch wall, ending his day early. He would finish 34th. Now the race was wide open, as I thought Newman had the strongest car that day, and my favorite driver Szegedy had a better chance to win the race with Newman out. Let the drama ensue. Under the caution, most of the leaders would pit, with the exception of Andy Seiss and Kevin Goodell. Seiss would inherit the lead and mild-mannered pace of the race would become more chaotic for the final 28 laps. The restart was set for lap 72, but chaos would ensue when Anthony Cicelli was turned in reaction to Eric Rudolph not accelerating on the restart. This would also collect Kasey Kahne, and he would crash out, finishing 31st. The leaderboard was Seiss, Eric Goodell, Flemke, Pitcat, Savory, Szegedy, Leah, Kevin Goodell, Penink, and Silk. After clearing the track, the pits were opened. Now remember TC? Yeah, Christopher would make his pit stop for tires after finally getting the free pass to get back on led the lap. Now the lion was finally let out of his cage and smelling blood. The restart came on lap 79 as Eric Goodell took over the lead. However, the caution would come back out on lap 80, as in turn 4, a wreck would ensue when Andy Sace tried to cross under Eric Goodell to retake the lead, but lost control, and it turned it into a melee on lap 80. Sace and Goodell both continued, but Jimmy Blewett and Tim Ayer couldn't scatter to avoid the wreck. This brought out the red flag for the incident after the leaders got together. Other drivers involved were Glenn Tyler and Eric Beers. Flemke took over the lead as a result of the incident. Here is some video of the restart. I was worried that the red flag would put the race in jeopardy, as there is a short time frame for this race to get in, due to television for the upcoming Nationwide Series race on ESPN. Damn, I swear NASCAR only shoots themselves in the foot with their TV rights agreements. Just televise the tour race and go into the pre-race for the Nationwide Series. You don't need a 45 minutes pre-race show. Anyways, back to the mod race. The restart came on lap 87 as Silk took the lead for one lap, and then Donnie Leah took the lead from Ron Silk and led for a few laps. On lap 89, Christopher finally made his way to the front. TC took the lead on lap 90, but then Leah took it back on lap 91. Silk took the lead from both of them on lap 92, and then the caution came out for Reggie Ruggiero. On the single-file restart with 4 laps to go, Christopher would take the lead by dive-bombing both Silk and Leah, going from 3rd to 1st into turn 1. In turn 4, the leaders were 3 wide with Leah on the outside, Christopher in the middle, and Silk peeking to the inside. However, on the front stretch, Todd Szegedy got an amazing run and drafted off the exit of turn 4 and made it 3 wide in the battle for 2nd with Leah and Silk. Szegedy moved to 3rd as Leah tracked down Teddy for the lead with 2 laps remaining. Coming to the white flag, Leah made a rare move by looking to the outside on the front stretch for the lead on TC. However, this was all in Leah's playbook as he bluffed TC into sending his car in harder than usual into turn 1. And Christopher started to slide up the racetrack in the center of turns 1 and 2. Leah took a more conservative entrance into the corner and set himself up to get a run down the backstretch on Teddy. Midway down the backstretch, Leah got the inside on Christopher and edged ahead. As they entered turn 3, Todd Szegedy came from 2 car lengths back and dive-bombed both Christopher and Leah to take the lead in the center of the turn. Christopher jumped out of the gas early, noticing how both drivers sent their cars in deep, so he could set himself up for a crossover pass on the bottom. They were now 3 wide for the lead in turn 4 with Szegedy in the high lane, Leah in the middle and TC on the bottom. Contact would ensue as it appeared all 3 drivers tried to shut the door on each other as they approached the front stretch, and what happened was crazy. Ted Christopher's car slammed and rode up along the wall, and the front of the car went up in the air. Zegedy's car slammed the wall, but the side of his car rode the wall with the nose pointed down at the track. Both drivers stayed in the gas and finished 5th and 8th while smoking heavily. Donnie Leah was able to keep his car straight and hang on to claim his 2nd victory and the Magic Mile. Here's a video of the final few laps. I was standing up in the grandstands cheering for Szegedy, but I'll never forget how my position from my front stretch seat was positioned as the cars crashed. I couldn't see the impact, so I actually said to my father, "Where is Szegedy?" Then, a second later, I was able to see everything again. I was still happy with the outcome because the race itself was so entertaining, as always. One little note is that the Turn 4 speed shot camera was actually broken when the two cars crashed. Of course, that didn't mean anything. Who cares about the boring nationwide race? No camera view can make that more exciting. My dad and I always would leave after the tour race anyways and be in the pool with steaks on the grill, relaxing in the summer heat. My father said someone in the grandstands told him, "Hey, where are you going?" And my dad responded with, "Well, I saw the only race that matters. I'll see the same thing on my way home in traffic as I would sweating out here." The fan didn't respond, haha. In total, there were officially 16 lead changes between 8 drivers in the 100-lap race. 72 laps were run under green, with 5 cautions totaling the other 28 laps. Todd Szegedy, Ryan Newman, Andy Six, Eric Goodale, Eddie Flemke, Ron Silk, and Donnie Leah all led laps. Szegedy, Silk, Christopher, and Leah all led 3 separate times. Newman led twice. Flemke, Sigge, and Goodale led once. In the words of the great Brent Musburger, "You just witnessed an instant classic." I hope you enjoyed this episode and look forward to the next one. Again, please comment if any info I stated isn't completely true and correct me. If anyone knows of the full race replay, please comment. Comment regarding other modified races you'd like me to cover. Thank you, and share these videos with your friends. So long from the Speedway.